Okay, so LR Super Baby 2's Easy A is in the data download. This guy actually does release on the 25th, which is on, or the 24th, 25th, depending on your time zone, which is Monday. Actually, let me double check here in the schedule before I say for sure. So no, he does release on the 25th, which is actually next Tuesday. Funny enough, they put him early in this data download, I guess, just so that they could. We know next week is going to be the next Dokkan Fest. I actually think the next Dokkan Fest could be Baby, so we'll see how that goes. But here is Omega, right? Not Omega, Baby right here. I think his EZ is quite good. He's able to do some pretty solid things overall. And he got a good amount of buffs, so he does get a good amount of stats from hybrid or pure saiyan enemies. But that's something we're going to see too often, so I'm opting not to use him against there. When I actually have him in game, I can use him myself. I will take him into some of those extra stages, but for now, we'll go ahead and do this. We'll just get this with Baby right here, because I don't believe this guy actually needs to get orbs or anything like that. Then we'll give this a nice super attack too. So, Baby, he gets 150% attack and defense at the start of turn, and 6 ki. So, obviously, as you can see, he's very, very good with ki. He gets 100% attack and defense when performing a super attack, and a 40% chance to crit if HP is 40% or more when he does a super, right? So obviously we're going to be above 40% HP, well, most likely, unless that AoE is instant, then maybe we'll take damage to fall under that threshold. And so he's to be able to do some pretty nice stats here. So this is essentially going to double 262. That is going to double, and then he gets another 50% attack and defense. Yeah, I can't speak. 50% attack and defense on a super attack effect. So his numbers could get to a pretty reasonable rate for an easy A, right? Not bad defenses at all. This super baby, like bounty unit right here, he's fine. This baby bounty unit, he's able to kind of hold his own for the most part. Just as a floater, he'll be okay. I mean, yeah, this guy doing a 14.6 million attacks at just starting off there is nice. Definitely will take that. Rating him as a sub easy A here. I don't think he'll have too many difficulties tanking normals, but super attacks are definitely where his issues are going to lie. Now, in the situation where you super attack under 40% HP, which is the opposite of what we originally stated, he does get 150% defense, no attack, but he also gets a high chance to evade enemy attacks. Now, I'm not really a fan of that, unfortunately. I feel like being under 40% HP like that is not something you're going to see too commonly. And I would much prefer if his dodge, I mean, obviously it would be just better if his dodge was not restricted. But I feel like that's something that he really, really would have liked to have just by existing. Not something that he would get because you're under that HP threshold. Or like, you know, oh, you really need it. Because I guess technically you would always really need it against these tough bosses. That just would be really, really helpful. But I guess it is what it is. At this point, he's not going to change, right? So I think him at least having the potential to get that dodge would be nice. But I wouldn't really focus on him getting the extra part of his passive there. So now he's going to get 50% support from STR Cooler, which I think is going to be really good. So right here, he has a majority of his links active with this baby. Thirst for Conquest, Metamorphosis, Big Bad Bosses, GT, and Hatred of Saiyans. That's a lot of, like, you know, what do I say? That's a lot that he gets from his links right there. I'm going to put him in slot 1. Obviously, I don't want this tech baby to get super attacked in slot 1 before he supers. That would be pretty bad for him. So he's starting off at 315k. Okay, I keep clicking that. 315k defense. Again, he's going to get 100% on super. So that's going to shoot him up to 630k defense. Then he gets 50% on top of that. So that's another 315k defense. So essentially, yeah, dude, on this turn, he's nearing 1 million defense. I wouldn't say like, oh yeah, 1 million defense is that great. Because it's like that range with 1 million defense is the range where you're still able to survive normals, like from like 500k defense to like 1 million defense or something. It's like the range where you could live normals, but then super attacks still do quite a lot of damage to you, right? 16 mil is quite good again. Considering again he has a built-in 40% chance to crit, so you could realistically just go full additional with this guy And then you can get another 30% defense raise. Now, if he double supers and he's getting another 300k defense, like on a turn like this, he's able to live a lot of these super attacks. Like on this team, I have 700k HP. Metal Cooler Core, for example, he hits for what? Let me actually bring up the exact stat that Metal Cooler Core hits for. And then this baby, since he's going to be just fully type neutral, not even like class disadvantage, he's going to be full type neutral. He would be able to live, I think, a super attack from Metal Cooler Core, if I'm not mistaken. Let me actually make sure I click these. We'll grab this here. We'll grab this here. And if we fall under 50% HP, or 40% HP, that's going to be good as well. I'll say in a bit why. Well, it's his giant form, right? If we get his giant form, I'll talk about it, or at the end of the video, I'll talk about it. So yeah, the core hits for 1.5. So Baby would survive the core super attack if he... Actually, would Baby survive the core super attack in general on like that situation? Yeah, he would, because he's 315k, and then essentially multiply that by 4. That's essentially what you do. You multiply that by 4. Yeah, he's a pretty good amount of defense right there. He would, even if you multiply it by just 3 and get what, 900 and almost 50k defense. That's how much damage does he take? 650k. He would barely survive, but it wouldn't be like comfortable. It'd be like, oh, he could barely survive it. But if he double supers, he lives that super attack. And that's crazy considering he gets an extra 100% stats that are being left off the table because he's not being against a pure 100% enemy, right? That's also really good. And the thing with this team is that we're going to be consistently healing. So it's going to be very hard for us to get his like grade 8 form passive or fall under that 40% HP threshold. Now Frieza could double super, so it's likely that we might fall under there. Next turn is full STR rotation. That could be a little dangerous, can it? Huh? Okay. I guess I'll just talk about his grade 8 form because I'm not sure if we're going to be able to see his grade 8 form. But essentially, his grade 8 form, it's guaranteed under 40% HP now, which is really good. Before his EZA, it used to just be a 50% chance. Now it also lasts for 2 turns and could potentially last for 3 turns. Pre-EZA, his grade 8 form only lasted for 1 turn and maybe 2 turns. So that's just really, really good. He gets an extra key per key sphere on top of what he already had, so essentially 2 key per key spheres. And then he has a high chance to crit, so he's good. I think overall this guy, his graded form actually was handled very well. Ooh, could we use the active skills here and just finish this guy off? I think so. Yeah, I should use the active skills here. Let me skip them though. We don't want to play them like that, right? Can you kill here? Yeah, okay. Thank you, Cooler. You're the goods. Okay, let me actually... We're under 40% HP regardless, but I guess I'll just do this. No, we'll do this. Maybe I could potentially get his extra passive if we do this, right? And don't heal all the way like that. So we should get his giant ape form here. I think it's good. Perfect. We're able to get everything in the video. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Okay. It's really good. So here it is, his giant ape form. Bam. I mean, I'm sure many of you guys know how giant forms work, but in case you're unaware, if the enemy super attacks you during the giant form, you basically, like, quote-unquote nullify the super attack once you return from the giant form. Because the reason why it works like that is because Baby, or just any giant mode in general, you see the turn bar right here at the bottom. That's grayed out, right? Turn 8. It's grayed out. You're in the same turn for the entirety, even once you exit the grade 8 form. So bosses like this Frieza, he can only super attack once per turn. If he super attacks you once during this turn 8, then he can't super attack you again in turn 8. Bam. Baby nullified the super attack. So now we don't have to worry about the super attack. It's a very powerful ability that this Baby can get. The only issue is that I feel like in some of these hyper offensive teams, unless you like play very risky, you might not see this sometimes. It's going to be a very inconsistent thing to aim for sometimes. especially with, again, this team like is healing a lot, right? I kind of had to like I'm running Tech Baby on rotation. You're not really gonna be doing that. I'm doing it for the video for him. You can have him as a floater. I think like he'll be a good floater, right? Or Super Baby 2 as a floater. He won't look as good, but he'll still be looking pretty good. I mean, that Super Baby 2 unit is fine, right? And you see the crits are coming in right there. And he's actually doing some pretty solid damage for a giant form. I mean, he's hitting harder than what I've seen Orange Piccolo hits for, right? And he has the crit chance built in. So that's good. I mean, I guess Orange Piccolo has the additionals, right? But this guy's doing, like, he's not doing bad damage. He took off, yeah. Dude, all this damage to Frieza is just Baby. It's literally only Baby. He's almost doing yeah, he did 3 whole health bars off this Frieza HP bar. That's good. And then he could potentially last for another turn still. So, I think they did a really good job, especially with this Grade 8 Baby mode. They really helped out right there. And you have a 50% chance to stay for a third turn, which we see right there. We did proc the 50% chance. It's a coin flip, so you can get it or you might not get it, right? It's cool that we were able to get it, though. So, again, we're just going to keep doing more damage to him. Yeah, this is a tool that makes me really like this Super Baby 2 because he has it in his back pocket. If you need it, you'll get it, and then things are looking really good. Same thing as Ma Junior, right? I mean, if you have this guy and Ma Junior in the same team, and essentially you're gonna have 2 different turns where you could completely nullify the enemy super attack, which is just very potent, right? Because what other team has this besides the Orange Piccolo team itself? Basically, no other team has this because there's not really many good giant units in the game right now. I mean, yeah. So, dude, Baby in his Grade 8 form alone almost took out this Final Form Frieza. That's pretty wild. Okay, well, there it is. And we don't have to worry about him getting super. So we could get his full passive here. Will this Baby die to these normals in the front? Probably would he? I guess right here. Because this Frieza, he might hit too hard on his normals. Because I have to grab this. I think this Frieza would hit a little too hard. So I'll heal still, yeah. I wanted to show this passive, but if you're under 40% on super attack, you do get 150% defense on there, and then you also are able to dodge, right? Yeah, this guy is a fraud before he super attacks. Once after he super attacks, he's fine, right? Yeah, he's able to take normals pretty comfortably once he supers, but before he does that, it's not really looking too hot for him. This will be Baby's last turn. Let me know what you guys think. I think it looked pretty good overall. Like, he just seemed like a very nice, solid unit. And that's really all I wanted from this guy. I'm not, like, I expect him to be, like, super good. I mean, again, 60 mil is a pretty nice attack stat with the 40% chance to crit, right? I'll definitely take that. And there's so much being left off the table because of the fact that he's not facing a pure Hybrid Saiyan enemy. It's a lot of stats that he's leaving off the table there. So, on things here. Thanks for watching, and of course, we'll catch you in the next video. Peace out. Oh, well, are we going to kill with Turles here? I don't know if Turles has a KO screen. Let me see. Oh, wait. Let's see for a second here. Does Turles kill? He does not kill. So I could actually end on the, I could end on his screen. Yeah. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next video. Peace out.